I got fat. Can fishing help me lose it? In this video, over the next 30 days, I'll be attempting to change some of my bad habits. I'll be fishing and taking part in angling related activities, plus I'll be looking at more general ways to help us all lose that excess stored fat. This is day one. I have driven somewhere, I know, which defeats the object slightly, but I wanted to go for a walk with my fishing gear and have a chance of catching a chub. I had a very big pike. You won't see it because I unhooked it and slipped it straight back because I didn't want to put it under any undue stress. I do not pike fish in the summer, so yeah, that was bycatch, so it kind of didn't count. And I had a good chub, so that's fantastic. Problem though, 3.5 hours of physical activity and I'm tired. This is not good. My ankles hurt, I'm feeling a bit shattered, I've had plenty of water, I've just had a sandwich. But this is part of my problem, being overweight and getting to the age I'm at. I've not stayed physically active for the last 3 or 4, 5 years probably, and I've got to lift my game. So let's just hope every day for the next month I can keep motivated, keep going, lose a bit of that belly and get a bit fitter. I have got a confession to make. So I put myself on the scales earlier, 14 stone 7, that is awful. So then I thought, let's just measure my belly, my waist, let's see what it really is. 40 inches, that's crazy, never been that big. The worst thing is that 6 months ago I was larger. I've actually lost a little bit, so bit of an eye-opener, bit of reality check. Really got to get my arse in gear because this is not good. This is scary, and I'm a bit shocked and very embarrassed, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah. The concept of the energy balance seems simple on paper. You need to balance the calories you consume with the calories you expend to maintain weight. However, if you input more calories than you use, you will gain weight, fat. Conversely, if you burn more calories than you consume, you will lose weight or fat. Basically, I need to burn more energy daily than the energy I am consuming. How am I going to do this? I hate walking. However, after 6 knee ops, probably due to playing and participating in sport all my life, it's the best option. My plan is to have a month of getting active. I will endeavour to be more mobile in my fishing for the month. Diet. Oh, this is the bit I hate. I will cut out unnecessary carbs, reduce sugar intake further. I'm pretty good at this. My alcohol intake is relatively low with the odd beer. However, I will have a beer ban. Plus, no takeaways. I do love Chinese and Indian food with a bottle of red or a beer, but that now has to be put on hold.
And then the last 8 months of life, it was that. Well done. Oh yes, that's the one you're after. Well done.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, it is. I just saw something. That's a good thing. I reckon. Oh, maybe not.
No, it's got no weight to it.
I think it's coming down.
It's got no weight, I think.
Yeah. It should be brown, whatever it is.
What are we talking about, this thing?
Big brown bass. It's not, it's a silver one. Oh no, it's not. That's the one, but 5 pound bigger we was up. It's great on this gear, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm really enjoying about it. Right guys, not the biggest bass in the world, but beautiful fish, and it's a shame it's not got a belly on it, because that would have been quite a lot bigger, but hell of a hit. We all know the health risks by being overweight, and no one wants to gain excess fat. But how did we get like this? Overweight and obesity tend to run in families, suggesting that genes may play a role. Many people gain weight as they age. Adults who have a normal BMI often start to gain weight in young adulthood and continue to gain weight until they are ages 60 to 65. In addition, children who have obesity are more likely to have obesity as adults. Yes, this is a Chinese, and yes, I am weak. I gave in, beginning of week 3, and I thought, you know what, I could murder a Chinese tonight, so here it is. And I've also had a few beers as well, so the last 2 or 3 days has not gone well. I have crumbled, but after tonight I'm going to get back on the wagon and finish this off strong. So fingers crossed I can get a bit more motivated. Your eating and physical activity habits may raise your chances of becoming overweight and having obesity if you eat and drink a lot of foods and beverages that are high in calories, sugar and fat. Drink a lot of beverages that are high in added sugars. Eat too many carbs. Spend a long time sitting or lying down and have limited physical activity. It's the end of week 4 and I've not been feeling very well. I hope this dieting hasn't got to me, which would be typical. I've had a bit of a lurgy, but I've made myself come out and look what I'm using, this very strange contraption. Not quite sure what it is, but I'm going to give it a go. And if you want to see the full video on this, I'll put this out on the end card so you can see how I fare using this monstrosity. When I started doing this video, I thought I was going to get out and fish a lot while walking the banks, but the weather in the UK has been really, really hot. Hasn't been ideal for coarse fishing at all. Hence why I've done a few of the sea fishing trips. There's been more weather for barbecue and beach, which I suppose is pretty good. So my exercise levels have been really, really poor compared to what I wanted to do. My diet's been good though, and I'll give a couple of examples of what I've been eating. So there we go. If you fancy a healthy breakfast, bagel, smoked salmon and poached eggs, perfect. Not quite sure what happened to that one there. You can even put some avocado on, tastes beautiful. I know it's a bit expensive, but for breakfast every 1 in 3 or 4 days, it's perfect. It gets you going for the day. So this is what I've been having for my breakfast every now and again, and it really sets you up. This is what I've been having: salad, chicken breast, and if I do have carbs that I've got here, it's sweet potato because it's low in GI, glycemic index, so it's far better for you than things like potatoes. So yeah, grilled chicken breast, salad that you saw me making earlier, and some lovely roasted sweet potatoes. Lovely. So the big question is, how have I got on? So I suppose it's time for the weigh-in. End of week 4, let's see the good or bad news. Lost 7 pounds, not bad at all. So there we have it. I've lost 7 pounds in a month, which I suppose is not too bad. In reality, I've got to get down to about 13 stone, so over the next 3 months I need to lose the rest of that. And finally, using your BMI is a bit of a dangerous measure to use, because if you're got more muscle and you're of a different body type, it can give you a higher BMI, which can be a little misleading. So using BMI isn't really the best thing to do. So I suppose the question is, has fishing helped me lose a bit of weight? I think if it hadn't been for the horrendously hot weather, it would have done, because it would have made me get out and walk the banks far more. In reality, it's probably the diet that's done all the damage, so that's what I need to do the next 3 months. Keep the diet going and exercise more. Burn off more calories than I'm consuming. I hope you've enjoyed this, and there's one last thing to say. If I can lose this much weight by doing what I've done, then anyone can. So give it a go, watch what you eat, let's get more active, let's get rid of that belly.